let's just shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Oh my god, like, I don't even know how to get this sorted. It just looks ridiculous.
What's up? What's up?
Hello orchid fans, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I've got a big job to do today. This is my Sharry baby. It's absolutely massive. It's in the biggest pot that I've got, and you can see it's filled up to the rim. So we need to get this out the pot and just see what we can do with it. There is like 3 or 4 pieces in this pot, so we're probably gonna have to split it all up. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I got myself a tray. This plant is potted in leca, as you can see, so it's pure leca and nothing else in here. So let's try and just kind of ease off the top layer slowly, and see how much kind of comes out of the pot just by, just by kind of trying to slowly roll it off. And yeah, honestly, this pot is massive. I do wonder if there is a lot of roots. I potted this in this massive pot a while ago, but I haven't filmed this one. I filmed the first repot, and then I repotted into this bigger pot. So I just did like an up pot, just took it out of the smaller pot and just literally plonked it in here and poured leca around it. So I didn't really do any cleanups or anything. And now this is basically the third repot. So I want to really just clean it all up, and I think that I will probably move it into bark out of leca. I feel like the spot maybe dries out too fast. Some growths are kind of a bit, got like concertina leaves and they're not kind of developing properly. So yeah, I think if I split it up, put it in smaller pots and put it in bark, I will just be able to kind of look after it better. I think as well, I'll try and share some of these pieces with, I've got one kind of reserved for my friend. And also, this plant has been gifted to me by one of you lovely viewers. So I got a package from Barnum Orchids, which I will link the video down below of the unboxing of this, of the plant. So I will get in touch with that viewer and see if she would like to take a piece of it as well. And I'm happy to obviously share this plant with other people and keep myself a piece as well. So yeah, I can already start seeing, the separation between the old pot and the new pot. So the leca that kind of poured around seems like it's kind of come out, but I think the bottom of it is still kind of all, stuck in the pot. So there's probably roots kind of grown down into the pot, but yeah, the sides of it, they seem to kind of let leca go. And let's see, there is so much leca, it's going everywhere. That's it out the pot now, finally. So look at that, goodness me, like that is a lot of roots. So this whole bottom part, this is all new roots that grown in this big pot. You can kind of see like this bit here that I'm holding, that's where the old pot was. And then the bottom kind of third or so is all, this new pot's kind of depth. So these roots have grown a lot in this pot. And you can see as well, the leca is quite, quite damp. Like it's not totally dry. And I haven't watered this pot for about a week. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I actually thought it's a lot drier, inside the pot, but I guess it's not. There is so much leca in this tray. It's going everywhere. So I'm gonna try and put it back in the pot, so that we have an emptier tray, and then we can come back and go through, have a look at this plant again. Right, so that's my tray a little bit cleaner. So I'm just wiggling all these roots to just try and see how much leca falls out. To be honest, a lot of this leca is just coming out. I mean, it's not really stuck to the roots very much. It's just because there is so many roots. The leca is just kind of stuck in between. It's just so dense in there. Look at all these roots. So, yeah, I mean, the leca is just coming out as I kind of keep shaking, the root ball. And obviously, I'm just kind of, finding it difficult to kind of, find any kind of gaps where I can like wiggle this root ball. The bottom bit of it is kind of pretty much cleaned up. So this is now the leca from the old pot, and you can see the root ball is just kind of eating up all this leca. So I'm gonna have a hard time trying to get this leca out, but I want to get it out because I'll be splitting this plant up into these original pieces anyway. So, I want the roots to be, kind of untangled anyway. Obviously there will be some damage. I'm not gonna spend too much time trying to save every single root. Looks like this plant is vigorous enough with the root growth, so I'm not too concerned I will be damaging some roots. So I will work away. It might take me a bit of time, and I'll come back when I've got something to kind of to show you. Okay, I think I'm finally getting somewhere. So you can see this piece here is kind of separating itself out from the rest of the plant. So this is definitely a separate piece, but you can see it's all so stuck in this root ball. So I'm just gonna try and kind of just shake it and just try and wiggle it out of the rest of the root ball. There is still some leca left in there as well, so I'm just trying to kind of get this leca out at the same time, and yes, see if we can kind of pull it out. I don't want to seriously damage the roots. I could just pull it with more strength and just kind of pull it off, but oh, there we go. I think that's it. That's it. So here is one piece. That's pretty good piece. It's pretty big, so I'll put it aside somewhere. I can't even find any room here. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully now that we've got a piece of this root ball out of here, we can maybe just get this one organized a bit better. But yeah, you can see that it's still kind of, even I actually found some moss in here. That must be from the original pot, when I got this plant. So anyways, let's see. I think this is another piece. So this seems to want to separate, but I'm trying to see this bulb without the leaves, which kind of side it wants to go with. Is it the separate piece, or is it with the main plant, or with the main part of it? I think it's actually going together with that separate piece. And this other bulb, yeah, no, they're definitely not attached. Yeah, there is no rhizome between them, so I can just see if I can wiggle this one out. I'm trying just to pull it apart, but I'm trying not to damage the roots too much. Is there definitely no rhizome here? I feel a bit more resistance than I'm kind of expecting. But no, I don't think so. Let me just try and kind of, I'll just see as well. I think that there is another piece. I'm just trying to see if I can almost just separate them into 3 parts, trying to pull it. Let's just shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Yeah, it's so stuck together. Oh, I think they're kind of all slowly coming apart. So you can now very clearly see, there is 3 pieces here. This seems to be like the biggest piece in front of you. Let's see which one will come out of this tangled mess first. Honestly, so many roots. It's a good thing, I like it. But we're gonna cut away a lot of these roots as well. So yeah, I'm not too worried, that I will be damaging some of them. Okay, that's another piece that just came off. So let's have a look at it. So look, that those roots, honestly, all of these pieces seem really healthy and have loads of roots. So I'll put this aside for now on this spot, and then let's see if these two will come off, come apart easy as well. Let's just see. Again, there's still so many roots left, so I'm just gonna try and pull it, see if they come out apart or what's gonna happen here. It's so tangled up. I mean, there is just so many roots. Let me see. I think I pulled it out. There we go. Okay, so both massive pieces. I honestly I have no room where to put them. Okay, let's have a look at the smaller one. So there is this microfiber. I'm just gonna take it out. I know I'm pulling a lot of roots off with these as well, but this plant will recover quickly. I mean, it's not like it's struggling to grow roots, is it? Okay, and now this piece here, this seems to be the biggest piece, I think. Look at this mass of the root ball. I think a lot of these are actually the roots from the other pieces, but they were just so tangled up. They tore off and kind of got stuck to this root ball. So I definitely need to try and tidy this up and just kind of separate these roots piece by piece and get all of the other roots off that are not actually belonging to this plant, because otherwise all of these roots are just gonna rot in the pot and it's just going to be really, really bad. Oh my god, like I don't even know how to get this sorted. It just looks ridiculous. I'm just gonna work away at this. I think we're gonna have a lot of roots coming off of this, and I'll come back soon. Okay, not too much has come off actually, so we're just gonna give it a bit of a trim. So I'll take the bottom part of the roots, which I know these are kind of the newest roots and all the extensions, but there is no way I'm gonna get this in the pot if I keep those roots so long. And I'm just kind of checking this to see. This bulb seems a bit wobbly, but I think it's okay. What I'll do here as well, I'm gonna just cut the roots from the middle of the ball. So these will be the oldest roots, but I need to get some kind of space in this root ball because I won't be able to get any media, through this root ball in between the roots. So it's not gonna be able to hydrate properly, and it's already not hydrating very well. So I'm just gonna take the oldest part of the roots and I'll leave the ones that are kind of on the sides. All right, that's all the pieces cleaned up. I got rid of one of the pieces. It was so small, and honestly, 4 pieces is just too many. And then this piece here, this is the one that is gonna go to the viewer who got me this orchid if she would like to have it. So I'll put it aside. I'm not gonna pot it up because I'll be posting it out to her. I've got some options for the pots and my media is here as well. So let's have a look. So let's take this first piece, the bigger one, which is gonna stay with me. So this is a 12 centimeter pot here, and I'm just trying to kind of put it in here to see if it works. So yeah, I mean, let's have a look. I think this is maybe a bit too small. You can see the roots are kind of filling up half the pot, and there isn't much room for that bigger growth here. It's kind of sitting right at the edge of the pot. So this might be slightly maybe too small. Let's try this one. This is a 13 centimeter pot, so just slightly bigger, but actually I think this might work. I don't want to go with too big of a pot as well because, usually Oncidiums like to be a bit kind of crammed up. I think that this will probably work for us. So let's go with that one. So I'll put that 15 centimeter pot aside. We're probably not going to use it. The other piece is smaller, so it's probably going to go into that smaller pot. Okay, so happy with the pot. I'm just trying to kind of organize this. I'll put that other piece away so we can use the tray for potting before I make a massive mess. So I'm just grabbing some leca to put to the bottom of the pot. It's the same leca that this plant came out of, so it's totally fine. And all I'm doing here is I'm just gonna put some at the bottom for crocking. So when I water my plants, I usually leave a little bit of water at the bottom of the pot. So I quite like to have inorganic media at the bottom so it doesn't rot away. And it means that the bark can kind of stay slightly, a bit fresher and doesn't kind of rot away as quickly. So, but I'm not gonna put any microfiber in here. I mean, the roots are fairly long, and then they're gonna get into that leca pretty quickly as well. So they will suck up the water from the bottom themselves. There is really no need for microfiber here, I think. So I'm just trying to position this into the pot to make sure all these new growths, they have enough space to grow on and push out the next new growths when they come. So yeah, I'm just kind of trying to hold it all with one hand as well. So I've got some medium bark here, and I'll put that first into the bottom of the pot, and yeah, I'm just trying to kind of wiggle it in to cover all the roots. And I've got some ceramis here as well. So ceramis will just help to keep the pot, just kind of keep the water in the pot for a bit longer. It just holds onto moisture a bit better than bark. And then I'm adding some charcoal as well, just to really keep the media sweet, so it doesn't, when the bark starts going off, it doesn't turn the media too acidic. So I'm just kind of layering it all together. Yeah, I'm just need to cover the back of it as well. There's just so many roots at the back as well. So I'm just adding some in there. And yeah, let's just kind of keep layering it on. So I'll add a bit more ceramis again and just mix it in a little bit. I'm not a big fan of kind of mixing media up, separately, because then it's always either not enough or too much and it just sits around. So yeah, I'd rather just kind of layer it all in the pot, and then as I start kind of shaking the pot up, for to kind of to make sure the media goes everywhere in between the roots, and all these different kind of medias, they just mix together, so it's totally fine. So let's just make sure we cover all these roots with media. You can see even at the very top, there is just so much, so many roots in there. So I hope they don't die on me now that the media changed, from leca to bark. But here we go. Here we go. That's it potted up. So I'll show you up close. So you can see the concertina leaves on this new growth, but hopefully it's going to get better now. And then this other new growth in the middle of the pot has loads of room. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that will be good. And I will get this watered after I finish the repots. So let's just put this away and put the tag in as well. And then the smaller piece, so this is the one that's going to go to my friend. So I'll pot it up for her as well. I'll pretty much do the same thing. So I'll just add some leca at the bottom. And I'll make sure I tell her this plant kind of likes a bit more moisture, so hopefully she kind of waters it often enough. But yeah, my friend, she kind of let me just cut away some of these roots as well because they're just too long. They're not gonna fit in the pot. Um, and obviously it's gonna grow a lot more roots, so um, I'll make sure that there is enough room for that. Um, but yeah, I mean, my friend mainly grows Phalaenopsis orchids, and I gave her a couple of other orchids. I think I gave her a piece of Dendrobium hibiki, and I gave her a Bulbophyllum piece as well. So this is going to be an Oncidium type that she's going to get. So she's so good at growing orchids. I mean, she doesn't like watch any kind of videos or read books or anything like that. But honestly, her orchids grow so well for her. I don't know how she does it, but she just has a really good intuition, I guess. How to take care of these plants. So I'm excited to see how this one will do for her. But yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit of Ceramis here as well to make sure it's got enough moisture. So she grows orchids just at home, in her living room or kitchen. So if the bark kind of dries out quickly, then hopefully that Ceramis will just keep just a little bit more moisture in the pot before the next watering. So hopefully it will do well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure she will really like the flowers and the chocolate scent on this plant. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see how this one is gonna grow for her. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting to the top, and again, just making sure I'm covering all the roots, so they don't dry out, because then I don't think they will, they'll survive if they kind of dry out too quickly. And just a little bit more charcoal as well, just to kind of mix it all in. And what I'll do as well, I'll put the slow release fertilizer in the pots. I don't think she fertilizes her plants, so I'll just add a couple beads, just to give it a bit of food, with kind of, as the plant gets watered. It takes a lot of energy for these bulbs to kind of mature, so I think, some fertilizer will be good here. And I'll just take a little bit more bark and just kind of put it on top, so that slow release fertilizer is not at the very top of the pot, and it's kind of more inside of the media, and give it a bit of a shake to just kind of make sure that bark falls into the gaps. And I think that is it. So here is basically the finished product. I'm just kind of squeezing a little bit more bark in there just to kind of fill up a gap that I found. So that's it. So you can see it's got, there's no gaps or anything. And yeah, hopefully this one will grow well for my friend. And yeah, I think that is it. So here is the other one. Basically, both of these pots, I'll get them watered soon as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this repot with me. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye!